Hello, this has been Dunn, founder of Antarctic Press, creator of such comics as Marvel Mangaverse, Warrior Nun, Ninja High School, Tomorrow Girl, and a host of other comics. Um, over the years, Antarctic Press has done some licensed comics. We did Robotech and Hawk and Animal and did a few other things as well, and those were fun. I'll admit they're fun to do, But sometimes, getting a licensed product doesn't always mean spell out financial success. The thing about licensed products is that you never really own them. And a comic book company who relies on licensed products for its output eventually, comes under pressure to perform, with those licensed products. And they can sometimes be a detriment because the cost of the licensing can be very expensive, and you also have to give up quite a bit of your profits to the licensee, so to speak. And so it's not a be all to end all. Yeah, there's some advantages to doing some licenses. There definitely is that cachet. Being able to produce a comic book based on a well-known IP, and it can, lead to a lot of prestige, notoriety, and things like that. That's fine. If that's what you are aiming for. Now, is it hard to get a license? Well, it depends on the license. Sometimes it can be difficult. Sometimes they ask for a lot in order to, because they think that that's what they can get away with. And sometimes we can get it for next to nothing. It just depends on who holds a license and how, what they want to ask for it. It's not that really, it's not that difficult to get a license. It just depends on who holds it and how much they want for it, and how valuable they think it is. So, if you're considering getting a license for your comic book, then you may want to think twice about it. Make sure that you think it's worth the value of the cost of licensing that particular IP. Now, in the case of Antarctic Press, we try to avoid doing licenses because my brother always said that in the end you're not going to own it, and yeah, you may get some short term gain, but in the long term, it's a dead end. Eventually the 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 pressure to put out product based on a particular license can be so much that the cost of it and the sales will begin to drop to the point where licensing that particular IP will no longer be viable, and then that company will no longer want to publish it anymore, and then it'll go into hibernation until somebody else picks it up. I mean, if licensing were the be all to end all, there are several companies who relied on it would have, found huge financial success, and they probably did initially. The thing is that when you have the license, you got to get it approved, and of course you got the cost and everything else like that. So, yeah, if you're thinking of considering getting a license from a particular IP, you may want to do your research first and then decide what you think it's worth it. So, anyway, just a little piece of advice for those who are considering wanting to do one. Um, we did several over the years, like I said, we did, and we were quite satisfied with it. But in the end, we didn't have the staff, we didn't have the resources to continue doing the license. I mean, quite frankly, we could have kept doing Robotech. We just didn't have the resources to continue doing it, and we had to give it up. But that's okay. It's just one of those things that just happens to be the written in the stars, basically. So, anyway, just a little bit of advice if you're considering getting a license for your company. And until next time, this has been Done signing off.